Think outside the box and continue to dream. That is the advice of a High Point couple who will be featured on the new HGTV show, Down Home Fab. I caught up with them to find out more about this opportunity. Kyle Hill and his wife Audrey love to work with their hands. The couple is the owner of Hill Built It Creations in High Point.
You guys pick out the colors, you pick out the type of wood, you pick out the dimensions, and we custom build it to your liking.
The two started their custom furniture and decor business just 7 years ago.
We were just talking one night and I said, just say we're older and you look back, what would be one thing that you would regret not learning? And he was like, I don't know, I kind of always thought woodworking was kind of cool. And mind you, he had never used a saw, nothing.
A few tools and pieces of wood later, the duo is living out one of their wildest dreams. In February, their work will be featured on an episode of HGTV's new show, Down Home Fab, a home build show that follows Teen Mom 2 star Chelsea Hauska and her husband Cole DeBoer as they help build and design homes in South Dakota.
This whole life that we're living right now started with a dream. And it started with us just going, is there any way that we could have our own business and start out? 7 years ago, if you would have told me, hey, you're going to be sitting down with TV crews and you're going to be talking about a TV show that you're on,
woodworking.
I would have called you a complete liar.
With the help of the film crew at their church, the Hills were able to film at their shop in High Point.
The producers emailed us a script to go off of, and we Skyped with Chelsea and Cole a couple of different times. They checked in on the progress of everything that we were building for this specific episode.
With faith in God at the center, the Hills say anything is possible.
Think outside the box. Get a dream and go every single day towards one step towards that dream.
Down Home Fab premieres this month, and the Hills say their episode will air on February 6th. I absolutely loved talking to them. Not only are they just so adorable and cute, but just such hard workers. They started this business on a whim 7 years ago. They said they went to a local garage sale, got some tools, got some pallets of wood, and just started building. And 7 years later, they're going to be featured on a TV show with some of their products.
The items you showed in the piece are beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Like, I could
Stunning.
not get over the way some of that. One of them had the sliding barn door thing with like a looked like a wine cabinet or something. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and talk about like how does this launch your career after something like this?
I'm sure they're going to be called back to do more episodes. So I just want to kind of break down how this even came to be. So when they were first starting out, they were like, we want to get on social media so we can maybe get some partnerships with some people so we can get our names out there. One of the young ladies on Teen Mom had them do a collaboration and make some furniture for her home. So when this new HGTV show came out that stars one of the other Teen Moms, they told them about this couple, and so they got involved. So they kind of wanted to bring them in to be like the chip of their show and pretty much help them on all their different episodes. But they said, we have 2 kids, we run our own business, we can't just leave High Point and go to South Dakota for several months where this show is actually filmed. So they said, HGTV said, well, get an iPhone, film yourself in your shop and we'll make it work from there. So they're like, an iPhone, I don't know. So they got their church involved. Their church has a film crew, came out, helped them. So they were able to stay in High Point, able to keep their business running, and HGTV used that footage for the show, if that makes sense.
So what can happen here, I think, because when you start developing something like that and people love it, you can't mass produce it, right? It's just those two, right? So they're going to have to come up with designs and then have a furniture maker make it for them and put their signature on it. They can make a lot of money.
Well, they are well on their way. And again, February 6th is when their episode drops. I'll have all the details up on our website.
Very nice.
Good luck to them.